बाद में। Okay, so good morning, you all. I guess we will wait for another 5 minutes, then we will start. Till that time, actually, I had a doubt. I wanted to ask you all that should we continue with YouTube live stream or should we have Cisco WebEx or Google Meet or that kind of stuff? So that would help me to know how can I do better. Yeah, okay. So I guess we will continue with YouTube live stream. Uh, just for a testing purpose, I would like to ask you whenever I type something, are you hearing some noise or something of keyboard? Because yesterday I used my default mic. Today I'm using my earphones. I guess there was some noise because of that. Because when I replayed my live stream, even that was irritating for me. Sound is low. Wait a Is it okay now? Zaid Irfani? I guess it would be okay. Hello. Akshay, if you're here, shall we start? Just ping a yes or something. Shalini, I guess it's okay right now because I have set up my mic somewhat near. Shall we begin? Akshay, others as well. अच्छा guys, कल का सेशन कैसा लगा? एक्चुअली मैं थोड़ा नर्वस था, मेरा ये फर्स्ट टाइम है, नया नया सीखा है कैसे करना होता है लाइव स्ट्रीम, पहले जिंदगी में कभी किया नहीं. हाय कौस्तुभ. Is it irritating, Akshay? Just tell me once so that I can see for something. Okay, we will wait for another 2 minutes, then we will start. Is the voice okay now? Because I'm not sure about it. So please give me feedback. We are waiting for another 2 minutes. I guess it's 11:01. We will start at 11:03. Thanks, Ruchika. Yesterday's session was nice. Hi, Sachin Shinde. Acha guys, you didn't face any problem about Google Colab or something, right? Just tell me about that because अगर you editor use नहीं करने आ रहा है तो फिर practice कैसे करोगे? Is it okay now? Shall we start? I hope the sound is also clear right now. If not, I will just change my mic to normal default mic. Just tell me one, all of you. In the meantime, I will create attendance sheet. Yeah, Lokesh, please mention your doubt. Also, guys, ऐसा हो सकता है कि कोई डाउट मुझे भी ना आता हो. तो अगर वो डाउट आपको आता हो तो यू कैन जस्ट डायरेक्टली पिंग दैट पर्सन एंड यू कैन डायरेक्टली से कि हाँ ये डाउट का ये आंसर होगा. ओके. Each string is appended by null character which depicts end of the string. Uh, is that your doubt or is there something else as well? I guess I will continue with my normal audio. I will try to reduce the disturbance as much as possible. So I guess it is time. So guys, let's begin with it. Yeah. So our first topic for today is string operation. Sorry. So what are string operation? Simple string operation. The very basic first string operation is concatenation, which is nothing but just we just stick two strings together. Okay, so example of concatenation. We will take a simple example. Let's say we are declaring two strings over here. The first is hi. Concatenation is performed using our normal addition operator, which is plus. Using that, we just concatenate two strings. Hi, hi, learners. So when we execute this code, it will result it into two strings which are concatenated. I will just open my Anaconda meanwhile because I guess Google Colab is taking much time then. Yeah, okay. So now sound is good. Okay. I'm sorry guys for the delay. थोड़ा पीसी स्लो है तो मैनेज कर लेंगे. एक बार शुरू किया तो फिर हो जाएगा. meanwhile. Okay guys, so concatenation आपको समझ गया. This is basically concatenation. इसमें हम क्या करते हैं, दो स्ट्रिंग लेते हैं और बस उन्हें चिपका देना है. So that is the most basic explanation for it. So let's move on to our next operation. अच्छा, तो जब हम strings को concatenate करते हैं, तो now I would like to add a code over here, and you guys tell me the output so that this session would be an interactive one. So what would be the output of this? Okay, so you all just tell me what would be the output of this one, this code, and also I will add one more code over here, and also you tell me what would be the output of this code as well. Uh, just tell me, just comment what would be the output of these two codes. What would be the output of first code and what would be the output of second code? Will both code just run normally, or will there be a problem in any code? Okay, so Edigo Vlogs 1 2 3 is the right answer. The first code would run in that way. Um, for those who would have not got this, as I said, this is a concatenation operation. We first use three strings, which are 1, 2, and 3 are not integers; they are strings. So when we are concatenating string, it will just stick them up. If there was a space in front of one, then there will also be a space in the output as well. Now I will run the next code, which is 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now let's see what happens. See, as I said, uh, there will be an error generated. As Edigo said, Edigo Vlogs, there is a error. Why is it? Because whenever we perform a concatenation operation, we can perform it between similar type. That is, if all the variables are strings, then only we can perform that concatenation operation. But over here, if we look, then 3 is a int. 3 is a int. So it says that it must be string, not int. So that is the reason why that happened. So yeah, that was concatenation. Now there's one more operation as well. In this we can strings can also be multiplied. Let's say in this way, s is equal to hi s s star 3. Let's run this code. So we can also perform multiplication of strings. So it will result in nothing but it will just multiply the same strings and concatenate them together. Same string is concatenated n number of times. here our n is 3, so it has been shown as 3 times. Okay. Now let's move forward. Is that okay to you all? Do you have any doubts, or I will move on to our next concept? Have you all guys got that? Uh, just ping a yes or something. If you have any doubt, please ask. Okay, so Zarifani has said yes. I get 2 more yes, and I will just yeah. Okay, so let's move forward. So our next concept is type conversion. अगर आपने C++ और जावा में देखा होगा तो टाइप कन्वर्जन जो होता है तो उसमें बहुत मतलब लेंदी कोड होगा, बट पाइथन में सिंपल है बड़ा। कल मैंने आपको जैसे बताया था, जब हम इनपुट ले रहे तो हमने क्या किया था, x इज इक्वल टू हमने इंट के अंदर डाला था. We wrote inside our int that int input enter a number. Okay, int enter a number. If I run this code, it will ask me to enter a number, which is 1. Let me print it as well. Print x. Enter a number 3. So the number is 3. If I check what is the type of x, then it will tell me it is int. अगर मैं यहाँ से int हटा दूं तो हमारा x से उसका टाइप क्या हो जाएगा? It will simply become a string. Let me show you. Enter number 3. अभी मैं वापस अगर type of x देखता हूँ तो see the data type of that variable has become as string. Okay, so this is the thing. Type conversion अब हम perform ऐसे करते हैं. So basically ऐसे cases में taking an input from the user is the best case जहाँ type conversion use होता है, क्योंकि जब हम कोई नंबर ले रहे हैं यूजर से तो it must be converted into a integer in order to perform our mathematical operation. And this is not just limited to string guys. मतलब you can convert string into an int if it is a proper integer obviously. तो आप string को int में convert कर सकते हो. You can convert an int into a float. In this way the conversion can take place. So let's try one thing. Let's declare x is equal to some int value r, let's say. Now if I try to convert, let's see what happens. Int of x. I guess it will, yeah. So as I said, it can't be converted. Yeah, it can't be converted into integer type as it is a character and not that number. If I just write over here, let's say 42.00. This is a float number, right? But it is inside a string, so it is actually a string, but that can also be converted into See, let's try for a float. I guess float हो जाएगा. Yeah. So float is working. मतलब जो अंदर का data type support हो सकता है, you can convert it into that data type only. Now let's print x. Let's try one more thing over here. X is equal to int of x. So let's see what happens. Then again we will print. I hope that 42 के आगे के जो दो zeros है वो निकल जाएंगे. See, yeah. So basically, float can be converted into int, but we can't convert. मतलब string के अंदर कोई float number होगा तो directly into int. So first we can convert it into a float, then an int. I hope this is clear to you all. Yeah, it's typecasting. Sorry, type conversion, typecasting. It's the same. So any doubt, or are we good to go? Just tell me. So you guys have got any doubt? If so, please ask it in the chat section, or yet we will continue. Okay, guys. So no doubt. So I will just a second, guys. I will turn off my camera. I've got an emergency over here. Okay, guys. We are good to go. क्या करें, पर्सनल रूम तो है नहीं. Okay, so let's move away. I hope you have understood the type converter thing. अब we will talk about variables. तो variables में वही simple rule. First we have already seen how we declare a variable. X is equal to 7. So I would like to also tell you about the duck typing concept. जैसे दूसरे languages में होता है ना, you have to declare कि what is the data type of this particular variable. So Python में वैसा नहीं है. Python में you have to just write it and it will get to know what is the type of that variable. तो अभी हमने int अगर डाला है तो Python is so smart that it automatically understands that हाँ कि वो 7 है. अगर हम y को डाल दें y is equal to 8.0 तो उसे डायरेक्टली समझ जाएगा कि इट इज अ फ्लोट नंबर. अगर z को डाले कि हाई तो उसे भी डायरेक्टली समझ जाएगा कि इट इज अ स्ट्रिंग. So this is how we declare the variables. Another thing about variables. Okay, so हमने concatenation का ऑपरेशन देखा था, ठीक है. So let's try one thing. अभी हम सब कंसेप्ट को ये करते हैं, मतलब कंबाइन करके ट्राई करते हैं. ठीक है, तो हमने ये 3 वेरिएबल अपने सिस्टम में स्टोर कर दिए. I just entered it. So x, y, and z have got their values as this. Now let me do one thing. I will just try one thing. Print string of x plus string of y plus z. Let's see if this code is correct and it runs perfectly or not. See. So यहाँ पे हमने अब तक जो कुछ सीखा है तो वो तीनों कंसेप्ट हमने कंबाइन करके एक ही स्टेटमेंट में लिखे हैं. So basically x was an integer which got typecasted into a string. Then these typecasted things are concatenated together, and as a result we get a 78.0 high. ये किसी को नहीं समझा तो पूछ लो. I will just wait for them. क्योंकि ये थोड़ा सा बाउंसर जाने का चांसेस है, क्योंकि अब तक बहुत बेसिक है. ये भी वैसे बेसिक ही है. If you have done prior some programming then it would be easy. लेकिन अगर नहीं किया तो बहुत बंदे एक्चुअली में भी कंफ्यूज होता था जब शुरू किया था, क्योंकि व्हेन वी ट्राई टू मिनिमाइज द लाइन ऑफ कोड तो हम क्या करते हैं, एक ही लाइन में बहुत सारे ऑपरेशंस परफॉर्म करते हैं. सो एट दैट टाइम वी गेट प्रीटी कंफ्यूज, एंड व्हेनेवर वी गो फॉर टेक्निकल एप्टीट्यूड्स तो वो भी क्या करते हैं, बहुत सारे लाइन कंप्रेस करते एक स्टेटमेंट में डाल देते. सो वी गेट प्रीटी कंफ्यूज दैट कि हाँ ये रन होगा या नहीं. सो इसकी आदत डाल दो कि मतलब first try to do the code and उसके बाद try to just minimize the lines of code. Some guys might think that there is a delay because it's actually there is, क्योंकि lag क्यों आ रहा है, क्योंकि whatever thing I am doing over here it is getting viewed by you after 12 seconds, so that is a bit problem, but I guess it's okay. Okay guys, so let's move ahead. So what are the valid declarations for string for a variable? See, directly using a single character is a valid declaration. You cannot use a number before declaration. Let's present it as 5. This won't run. This is an invalid syntax, so this is not allowed. You can use an underscore. If you want to use an integer, you can use it either after a character, that will run, or you can also use an underscore in between anywhere, or you can also use an underscore. So this is also a variable, print underscore 2. Okay, so that is also a valid declaration, but it is basically not preferred by many users. Okay, so also variable, we can reference a variable. I can just write z is equal to x. So this is allowed in Python. So when we write z is equal to x, print z, print x. So z and x are equal. Also you can delete. Also you can delete the variables. It is so simple. You can just write delete variable name. So if we try to print z, let's delete x and then try to print x. So it will throw an error that that variable is not declared. See, name x is not defined. So this is how we delete a variable. So it is as simple as that. I hope this was clear as well to you all. Now I will take or another concept, which is in place operators. So our next concept for the day is in place operator. Yeah, so in place operator. What are in place operator? Basically, when we write this thing, x is equal to x plus 3, it can simply be shortened as x plus equal to 3. So it will just increment the value of x by 3. So that is the basic thing. Now it has thrown an error because we haven't declared x before. We will just x is equal to 0. Let's try to run that. So x has become 6. So basically जब हमें increment करना है तो we can use in place operator. Similarly, we can perform in place operator on strings as well. Let me show you an example about the same. Let's declare a string s is equal to Rohan, and what we'll try over here is we'll try to concatenate this string x plus equal to Rohan commas. We will just print our s. See, so in place operators can also be applied on strings in this way. Acha guys, do you know what is the extension of a Python file? Just to know that you are all active in this session, just tell me what is the extension of Python file. Yeah, so you all know, yeah, it's .py. So guys, if you want to know what notes I am means referring, so this is it. Just a second, it will load on my screen. So basically I am using solo learn. So till now we have completed this all concepts I like to show you. So we have this many concepts have been covered by us today. सोलो लर्न इज बेसिकली a good site. मतलब अगर आपको बाद में भी करना है, and in the end we also get a certification. which is free of cost. तो I would like to tell you that जो भी आज सिखाया जा रहा है ना, I hope many of you might have already signed up on this course. लेकिन जिन्होंने नहीं किया है, just go to this course and try to complete your concepts, so that you will be able to मतलब gain a certificate at the end as well. अभी ये कोई कॉलेज कंपलसरी कोर्स तो है नहीं, जितना यूज कर सकते हो यूज कर लो. Shall we complete another some of the concepts? Just ping me a hi or yes or something, because it's just 40 minutes. If you guys want, then we can just continue with it. Just ping a yes or something. Hi Shreyas, hi Srinath. Yeah, so shall we? अच्छा guys, I would like to know, मतलब बहुत बंदों ने तो किया ही है, बट किसने अगर नहीं किया है तो just tell me. For those who are live or think, okay, so we can continue. तो आज में let's complete half of this module. Okay, so booleans. Booleans in Python are just two, which is true and false, and booleans are declared as true with a capital T is a boolean, but true with a small t is not a boolean. You can just see the color difference in the code, which will help you. So okay, true. ये एक basic difference होता है, how we have to differentiate between a boolean and a normal string or something. So a true with a capital T is a boolean. Also false with a capital F is a false, and false with a small f is not a false. So this is a basic difference which you guys need to know. This was our Boolean operator. Now let's see what else we have got over here. Comparison operator. Let's say x is true, y is false. Now x equal to, this is our comparison operator. If x is equal to y, then it should write as it's false. Yeah, so right. So if x is not equal to y, then it will throw as true. So this is our another comparison operator. Now also another comparison operator is, now as these are booleans, so do you think greater than equal to यहाँ पे work करेगा? Let's try. Let's see what happens. Experiment करेंगे तभी तो जानेंगे. Even I have not tried this before. So x greater than y is true. So one more doubt has been cleared over here. Let's see what exactly has happened. Just print something. Print x less than y. Well, I am also pretty confused over here. What has actually happened? Because previously it was showing. Let's do Control C. Now let's retry the operation. It's showing true. Okay, so x less than y. is false. So here we have understood one more concept, that true has a higher precedence over false. So that was it. Now let's move on to next. Also there are another two operators. Let's give some numbers over here. Okay, so less than equal to and greater than equal to. It is just same as our normal mathematics. Yeah. So these are the comparison operators, booleans and comparison operators. Now let's go ahead with if statement. If statement. So basic syntax of if statement is if expression then statements, and there is a concept of indentation, as I have said you before. In Python we don't have braces, instead we use indentation in order to write our code. So after every if statement there is an indentation. Let me show it over here. If statement, okay. If x greater than equal to y, greater than equal to y, as soon as we give a colon, it will indent our code. So print true. Now as x greater than equal to y is false, so now it is running. पहले क्यों नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि if false है तो if के अंदर का कंटेंट एग्जीक्यूट ही नहीं होगा. So that is if statement, guys. Also if के अंदर if is also allowed in Python. If something, let's say x less than equal to y, print true. If x greater than equal to y, let's try something over here. So see, first condition was checked, it was true, so it printed true. Then it again got into nested if. So if x greater than equal to y, we have compared over here using comparison operator, is false, then we printed it as false. Okay, so this was it. Um, do you have any doubts in if, and else we will move to the else statements. Okay, so let's continue with our next concept, which is else statement. If may I will explain it to you. Else, अच्छा गाइस, एल्स में कोई कंडीशन नहीं आती, बहुत ही बेसिक चीज है, लेकिन जो बिगिनर्स होते हैं उनको पता नहीं होता. सो दिस इज वन थिंग दैट आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू कि एल्स में कोई कंडीशन नहीं आएगी. एल्स प्रिंट प्रिंट फॉल्स, so it will print false. So this was else statement. We can also have nested if else, मतलब else के अंदर you can also add else if so this can also be done. So guys, we have been done with else statements as well. Also in other languages we write else if. Here we simply write it as elif. Elif. Let's try a complex code. Let's take an input from the user. X is equal to int. Let's say it is a password. Okay. Int enter password. If pin is equal to, let's say, 1 2 3 4. If pin equals to print access granted. Else print try again. Enter password. Let's type a random password. If password is not defined. Okay, so we have used a capital P. So that was the error. Sorry, that was silly mistake. Try again. Now we will learn about while loop as well on the go. Now this code can be inserted inside a while loop. While let's declare a variable over here and we'll keep it as false. X is equal to false. While x if the access is granted, we will change the state of x is equal to true. X is equal to true. Not equal to. Okay. So this is a simple code for access granting. Let's try 1 2 3. Oh, it has got into a infinite loop. I guess we forgot to add something. ओके, सो दिस हैपेंड बिकॉज जब वो एल्स के पास गया तो पिन पासवर्ड वाज ऑलरेडी taken from the user. Let's put this statement inside over here. Okay, I guess it should work fine now. See, so ये कोड समझ आ गया सबको? Do you guys got this code? Just ping me yes or no. या किसी को कुछ डाउट होगा तो ही पूछ लो. This was a simple code for to check how we can grant access to a user. I guess this was the most interesting example of all others we have saw. तो ये थोड़ा okay. So 4 years. So we have also covered if and while. We have also covered while loops. अच्छा, break statement, instead of writing x is equal to true, we can also do one thing. I guess we can just write break. Let's see if it runs same way. Enter password 123 1234. Okay, so I hope break का concept भी आपको समझ गया होगा. And if we change it with continue, it will just I guess run for infinite number of times. So basically continue is used when you have to skip that part. So I would like to dictate what continue actually does. Continue jumps back to the top of the loop rather than stopping it. मतलब क्या हुआ? The code reached over here. जैसे ही continue पहुंच गया, आगे का उसने देखा नहीं, वो फिर से इस लाइन पे चला गया. So after continue, it didn't execute this part. वो सीधा यहाँ चला गया. I hope this is also clear to you all. I will just create an attendance sheet in just a minute, guys. So guys, how are you dealing with current situation? Just tell me about that. Technical तो बहुत हो गया वैसे. Just tell me anything. मतलब how are you spending your day, the whole day? Life कैसी चल रही है? And guys, आजकल stress नाम की चीज बहुत बढ़ गई है. We are saw in the same case कि परसों क्या हुआ. So just reach out to people, okay? Because that thing is never an option. Just talk to people. Whenever you talk to people, मतलब कुछ भी हो हल्का लगता है. I have seen this thing. Even if the thing is not bothering me, and if I talk to people, it helps me a lot. कुछ भी हो, अभी तो आप मतलब सेकंड ईयर थर्ड ईयर वाले हो. आई गेस थर्ड एंड फोर्थ ईयर आया. यस, तो फिर नाउ यू वुड बी इन अ कंफ्यूजन कि I would like to share one more experience with you that I never qualified for a internship interview. मतलब मैंने कभी भी internship के लिए जितनी भी जगह पर अप्लाई किया ना, मेरा आज तक एक भी जगह पे एक्सेप्ट नहीं हुआ था एप्लीकेशन. तो दैट इज अ फन फैक्ट एक्चुअली. और मैंने मतलब बी के शुरुआत में एक्सपेक्ट भी नहीं किया था कि मेरी प्लेसमेंट इतनी जल्दी हो जाएगी. मतलब थर्ड ईयर में भी मेरे सब फ्रेंड्स को, मतलब जो भी मेरी गैंग है, हिमांशु हो गया, सौरभ हो गया, सबको परसिस्टेंट में मिल गया था यार. मतलब तब मुझे बहुत बुरा लगा यार, मुझे इंटर्नशिप नहीं मिली, इन सबको मिल गई. लेकिन फिर ज्यादा टेंशन लेने का नहीं, जस्ट ट्राई वर्किंग harder and harder. So guys, attendance link is live. कमेंट में स्पैम, चैट में स्पैम कर रहा हूँ. वैसे guys, this attendance doesn't matter, मतलब उतनी. This is just for us to keep a track कि हमने कुछ किया है, तो इतने बंदे थे. सो अगर आपको इंटर्नशिप नहीं भी मिलती है तो जस्ट कीप ट्राइंग. दैट वाज व्हाट आई वांटेड टू से. ऐसा नहीं कि चुप बैठ जाओ, स्किल लर्न करो. ऑब्वियसली इंटर्नशिप हेल्प करती है, बट दैट्स द थिंग. अगर इंटर्नशिप नहीं भी मिले तो स्ट्रेस्ड आउट नहीं होना, फ्रेंड्स के साथ एंजॉय करो. ऑल्सो वन थिंग कि हर मोमेंट को एंजॉय करो. इफ यू आर लिविंग एट हॉस्टल तो ठीक है, लेकिन अगर आप घर में रह रहे हो तो आई डोंट रिमेम्बर अ सिंगल डे कि मैं कॉलेज नहीं आया. आई डिडंट यूज टू अटेंड लेक्चर्स which I shouldn't be speaking it over here. But मैंने लेक्चर अटेंड नहीं किया, बट आई यूज टू कम टू कॉलेज. आई लिव इन आळंदी, आई कम टू वाघोली. रोज में 2 से 3 घंटा ट्रैवल करके कॉलेज आता था, जस्ट बिकॉज आई हैड टू मेक मेमोरीज. ये टाइम एक बार चला गया तो फिर वापस नहीं आएगा. आई गेस दैट वाज फॉर द डे गाइस. कुछ डाउट होगा तो वो ही पूछ लो. कुछ और डाउट होगा तो भी यू कैन पर्सनली कॉन्टेक्ट मी एनी टाइम. सो या, दैट्स इट फॉर द डे. मुझे पता है थोड़ा स्लो जा रहा है, बट आई होप वी विल गेट पेस. मतलब जैसे ही थोड़े एडवांस कंसेप्ट आएंगे तो आपको भी मजा आएगा. So yeah, that was for the day guys. Thank you for bearing me. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. So yeah, that was for the day. Thank you all. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye.